the 2K Sports pregame show.
Let's get up and get loud!
Two teams, two conferences. It's a road game for the Bulls in this one. The fans are making noise here inside the Oracle Arena for their Warriors. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA presented by 2K Sports for this Thursday afternoon game. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And it's Chicago to start out. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for Chicago right now, Taj Gibson is out there with Robin Lopez. Then there's Dwayne Wade. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Rondo in at the point guard position.
And Zaza Pachulia, for my money, has been one of the toughest players in the league. He's got a boxer's mentality. Even his face looks a little bit like a boxer's. He doesn't have the quick twitch muscles of some guys, but his power and effort consistently stand out.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Now here's Rondo. Gibson setting a pick for Rondo. Inside, and Gibson kicks to Lopez. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game. Talking about Jaja's toughness, it's one of the reasons he has such a high rebounds per minute average over his career. And defending on the blocks, he's almost unmovable.
He really, you know what, Coach Kidd loves Jaja. Even started him over John Henson by the end of the season. I mean, he's always willing to trade body blows down low and certainly wins his fair share of those battles.
Warriors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Outside, Green, all alone. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Green's got his first points of the game. For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Rondo against Curry. Lopez right side. The feed to Wade. Clock at 6. Great D that time from Green. Now the Warriors moving it up. Curry's got the ball. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Well, you knew something was amiss with Durant last year. They eventually shut him down for the entire season after he was injured. which was the safe thing to do, and Greg, the right thing to do.
Absolutely. When you have a franchise player trying to work back from injury, no need to try and get a few more games from him at the risk of derailing his career.
Now here's Rondo. Lopez kicks to Butler. Lopez dishes to Butler. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
For Durant, KD did try to return last season, but that foot just wouldn't cooperate, and that's when they had to shut him down. Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Wade outside. Got a hand on it. Now here's Green. Tipped away. Pachulia the pass to Thompson. Durant kicks to Green.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
He hits the second from the line. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Lopez outside. Pass to Rondo. It's rebounded by Curry.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Pachulia with the steal. Lets it fly, and it's Durant. That time on the assist by Pachulia. 6 points for Kevin Durant. Bulls trail by 11. Gibson the screen. Butler attacking. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Green. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. There's the dish to Green. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. Chicago's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Butler on the wing, defended by Durant. Wade against Curry. They need this. The layup good by Wade.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here's Curry. Steps back and trains the jump shot.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Here's Gibson following the basket by Stephen Curry. And it's Butler missing.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Curry kicks to Durant. Jacks up a three. No good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Wade dishes to Rondo. Green against Gibson. He kicks to Wade. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go from 11. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's on Kevin Durant. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Grant, he's checked in for Chicago. For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And with Thibs, he did end up getting fired from the Bulls this past season. Some saw it coming, but still, I think surprising given the level of success he had. His imprint is all over this Bulls team in the way they approach the game.
And when you look at how Thibs got fired, I mean, there are a lot of reasons why a coach can be let go. I mean, he didn't have any performance issues, but apparently clashed in some form or fashion with the front office. Sometimes that's all it takes to be asked to go somewhere else. Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the defense has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull that trigger. You've got to be in his face and not give him any space.
And you can see, Clark, that he has garnered the attention of the defense here. They are not going to allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Warriors leading by 9. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Steve Kerr had a few moments to share with me. We talked about the strategy as it applies to D. Wade. He said Dwayne can score at will when he gets into a rhythm. So our job is going to be prevent him from getting into that rhythm in the first place. Because if you can't do that, the points will just pile up. Most opponents are completely aware of that, guys.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Golden State. And a change for the Bulls. McDermott's checked in. Outside Butler. Gibson with the screen on Thompson. Passes it to Mirotic. He dishes it to Grant. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
David West, he's checked in for Golden State. Livingston comes in for Curry. Clock at 4. Mirotic passes to Gibson, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Well, what a season it was for Mirotic last year. Came on stronger for the Chicago Bulls. Continued to improve. Effective in the playoffs. Really a joy to watch in his first year.
And interesting, so much hype going into the season was about Dougie McDermott.
Yes.
And whether or not he was going to be in the running for Rookie of the Year. It ended up being Mirotic. Most years, he could have walked away with that award.
Now, here's Grant. Defense right on him. Livingston kicks to Thompson. Dishes to Livingston. Sweet little floater. Livingston's got his first 2 points.
For Mirotic, he was most valuable late in games, guys. From March on, he led the league in fourth quarter points per game.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. The focus of their discussion was getting their offense to run through Butler. Coach's words lead us to believe they're going to be asking a lot of him today in terms of offense, and I'm sure he's only too happy to oblige. Well, it hasn't been pretty so far, but with those changes being made and the game plan still in the opening stages, they could easily turn things around. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. Here's Grant after David West's bucket. Gibson the screen. The shot by Butler, nobody around. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
And for that note about Mirotic, in the fourth, he outscored LeBron and Westbrook that month. That's impressive for any player, much less a rookie.
Butler up top. He's covered by Thompson. Butler against Thompson. Jimmy Butler once again. Butler's got 6.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though. And I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about him. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Portis, he's checked in for Gibson. Tony Snell comes in for Doug McDermott. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Grant. Rondo can't get it to go.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint. You know, you talk about Green's enthusiasm for the game. He's constantly talking, whether defensively or even in an opponent's ear. He's a
That is just nasty.
about the athleticism on that finish.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
You know, Rondo, a strange year shooting the ball last season. For a good stretch, he was shooting the same from the free throw line as he was from three-point range, about 30%.
Spates checked in for Green. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Chicago. Butler against Thompson. Spates sets a screen. And Thompson kicks to Spates. Can't capitalize on the good pick. Greg, you were talking about Rondo, and his shooting woes have been well documented. Clark, he tried to tap into Dirk's old shooting coach to help him out while in Dallas.
You know, a good portion of this might be mental at this point for Rondo. He is getting to the point in his career where I think it is what it is for him in regards to his shooting.
Fast break. Here comes Chicago. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Pick by West. Iguodala dishes to West. That falls. Nice speed that time from Andre Iguodala. West has got his second basket of the game.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that. Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. A three-pointer is right on target.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Rondo passes to Butler. Now here's Rondo. He's covered closely. Good defense by Iguodala. Warriors leading by 9. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. Here is Livingston. He's covered by Rondo. Spates. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And how about the grasp they had on the game plan for this one?
You know, I know it's early, but I don't think I'm going out on a limb when I say we could be headed for a blowout unless something dramatically changes and fast.
And it's Butler missing. It's tipped. Iguodala dishes to Livingston. Thompson passes to Livingston. A 3-ball. Thompson misses. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Warriors lead by 11. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And Kevin Durant, former MVP, still feels like he has room to grow, and he gives us some insight into that philosophy.
I think it's another level I can go to. You know, always can be better.
Well, the will seems to be there, Greg, but Kevin Durant seems surrounded by uncertainty. Can he get that and stay healthy for the entire season? How does he work with his new coach? Where does he really want to be?
You know, the truth is, no one but Kevin knows the answers to those questions. And quite frankly, he may not know right now what those answers are. He's a very unique and introspective kind of guy, as we all saw when he accepted that MVP award a couple years ago. So let's just stay tuned on this one.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And for the Warriors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
I just think that from an intensity standpoint, their defense has really been the key. It's been the catalyst as they've been able to disrupt their opponent's offense.
Absolutely. I mean, they've been much more intense defensively. Their defense not only has been intense, but it's been swarming and saran wrap-like.
It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Iguodala out there with Durant, and it's Pachulia in at the 5, down low. That's the Warriors' 5. And the Warriors making a change here. Green's checked in.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also established a franchise win total in his first year.
It's hauled in by the Bulls.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Yeah, at this level, you got to make that shot. It's plain and simple. You got to knock that one down.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Rondo.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
To the inside, Portis, and it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Portis has got 5 points now this quarter. Warriors leading by 6. Green left side. Back to Curry. Feeds to Thompson. And Green now, top of the key. Really left alone that time. Green's got 6.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Outside Rondo. And there's the pass to Portis. Wade against Curry. The drive by Wade. It's through for his second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. And it's 8 points for Kevin Durant. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Rondo with it. 8 points for him. Pass to Portis. He feeds it to Wade. The 8-footer. Green with the block. And they'll keep possession. His three-pointer's off the mark. Warriors leading by 8. Durant kicks to Curry. Durant the pass to Curry. And the wide-open shot from Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And it's 9 points for Draymond Green.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Rondo dishes to Wade. Outside for Rondo. Mirotic against Thompson. And finished off by Mirotic.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Curry kicks to Green. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Wade outside. And there's the call on Pachulia. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Robin Lopez is checked in for Portis. Lopez sets a screen for Rondo. Kicks it to Lopez. Stolen by Thompson. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Durant with it. Now defended by McDermott. Thompson for 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got his 5th rebound in this one.
And the Warriors put the ball in Thompson's hands a lot more last season. He ran the pick and roll and attacked the rim, taking more advantage of his size and ball handling ability at that off-guard position.
The shot by Wade, no good.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Durant against Wade. No good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Well, Greg, for Thompson, last season an uptick in his free throw attempts and his assists, and Clark, a reflection of his activity with the ball in his hand.
He's a complete player. Terrific offensive player. Outstanding defensively as well. And what I like about him is he never lacks for confidence. He stays aggressive at both ends of the floor.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness. That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Curry kicks to Pachulia. There's a screen. The feed now to Thompson. Rondo against Curry. In the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Back to Wade. Clock at 6. Unloads from 9. It's rebounded by Golden State. Pachulia's got 4 rebounds in this game. Curry kicks to Green. Back to Curry. The screen from Thompson. Curry attacking. That is good. Curry's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is G8, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Pachulia. West comes in for Green, and it's Livingston in for Thompson. The Bulls also changing it up. Taj Gibson's checked in for Mirotic. Butler comes in for Doug McDermott. And it's Grant in for Rajon Rondo. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Golden State. Butler passes to Gibson. Warriors with the rebound.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Livingston's got 6.
And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost plus 15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins.
turns around.